The networking at a conference is more important than it's ever been before. If we have learned anything over the last couple of years, it's that we can deliver content over online platforms. However, the networking opportunities really can't be duplicated as well in a virtual setting. This is another video in my series called The ABCs of Conference Networking, and we are all the way up to the letter T, and T stands for tenacity. I'll tell you what, if you want to build a network, you can't just go out, pass out a few business cards, sit around, give your elevator pitch, and hope that all of a sudden, all of these opportunities are just going to flood into your life. No, it takes time and effort to properly build a network. So when you go to a conference and meet people, that's not really networking. That's just meeting some random people, because meeting someone once does not make them part of your network. Meeting someone once makes them someone you have met once. And there is a huge difference between someone you've met once and the people who you have built ongoing, long-term, and mutually beneficial relationships with. So you have to be dedicated to the long haul if you want to build the type of network that's going to bring you opportunities. So when I teach people about networking and when I speak at conferences and get people fired up, not only on the concept of human connections, but on what they can do at the actual event, I talk to them about the long term. If you think that you can put some effort into networking here and there, and that you're going to see the results, you're going to be heavily disappointed over the long term. Thus, you want to be really tenacious about building your network, which means like a dog who grabs a hold of a bone, you need to stay in there and keep trying. Because not everyone you meet are you going to have a love connection with. In fact, most of the people you meet, you're going to have a nice conversation. You might exchange business cards, and maybe you'll even connect on LinkedIn or Twitter or some other social media site. But with a few of them, you are going to develop those long-term and mutually beneficial relationships. But you're going to have to be tenacious in your efforts over that long term, because meeting someone a couple of times, it just isn't enough. I think it takes 7 to 10 interactions with people, not before you create a business friendship, but before they even notice you exist. And then it can easily take another 7 to 10 interactions before you get to that point where you have that type of a relationship where you can help each other succeed. So here's the problem. That means it could take 20 interactions with people before you get to that magic spot where networking really works for you, which means you need to be meeting a lot of people and getting involved with a lot of organizations, going back time after time, and then between meetings, because many of these associations that you'll belong to, they meet once a month or maybe once a year if it's a national organization. So you're going to need to keep finding ways to touch base with people. But just reaching out saying, "Hey there, Becky, I'm trying to touch base," that doesn't do any good. You become known as that person who just lobs emails at people saying, "I'm touching base." You need to look for ways to provide value to other people so that when they hear from you, they're excited because they know it's going to be the good stuff, which means you need to send them informative articles that you run across, but don't just broadcast send the same article to your whole list. You need to pick and choose who gets which pieces of content. And then the best thing you can do is you can find ways that you can refer other people. I'll tell you what, when someone refers me business, they get on my radar. When someone does it twice, I go out of my way to return the favor, or at least make sure that I'm promoting them in different ways. So you have to have a long-term focus. You have to be tenacious and crazy like that dog who won't let go of the bone, trying different ways to get in front of people and meet them and serve them. And while you're being tenacious as you can be, you also have to be patient, because I can't promise you that when you meet someone, you're going to develop a relationship in 6 months or 6 years. It's going to be different with everybody. But if you believe in the power of people and you're tenacious about making sure you're building real relationships, not just likes, links, shares, and follows on social media sites, then over the long run, you're going to find the type of networking success where you're going to start getting referrals, finding opportunities, and just having more fun along the way. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel down below, because I'm trying to create a lot of videos that are going to get people fired up about how to do business development, how to network, and how to grow their careers. And I'd love for you to come along on that journey. Thanks a lot.